All right, man. So, like I said again, thanks for doing this. All right. So, long story short, we're gonna get right into where you were before you reached out, and what were you planning to do? What was that point for you?
Before I reached out, well, I think, well, when I reached out to you, I guess I kind of explained what it was. I was in the gym. I've been in the gym for a little while, and I was, moving good way, but I just wanted to, for lack of a better way of putting it, look good again.
Uh-huh.
Like, see my abs, see some cuts and stuff like that. I think I was just getting out of hand. And yes, I'm also a certified personal trainer, so I should know some of these things, but I feel it's better to have somebody or have some sort of guidance or have some sort of strict plan or someone
Hmm.
behind you saying, like, hey, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do to really
Hmm.
get through it. I mean, it's almost like when you're in school. For me, online learning was never the best thing for me. It's always I like the in-class learning, having a teacher there saying, hey, do this, do that, this is your deadlines, that and that kind of thing. So
Hmm.
that was really my motivation behind really reaching out to you. And it just so happened that a little bit after we started, um, the opportunity to compete in a show came up, and I did attend a show in Nevis a couple of months before. And I said to myself, you know what? Why not? I mean, think it's in a new place. If there's another show, I'm just gonna compete and see what it's like to compete. So said, so done. The opportunity came up. They announced a show in St. Kitts, and I said, hey, let me just keep a promise to myself and just go through with the competition. So it kind of just fell into place per se.
Hmm.
So I mean, that's where I was by the time I reached out to you.
All right, cool. So you came in just with the goal of improving your physical appearance for your own self, right? You just wanted to look good again. And then, in the midst of it all, you realize there's a competition. So you try to hit two birds with one stone, right?
Pretty much.
All right, got you. So based on the entire experience, what do you feel like are some of the things that you got from the program that benefited you to actually hit the end goal?
I realized the importance of tracking things,
Hmm.
and not just in talking to you, because I also spoke to some other people. Like I was speaking to Bernard as well, and I
Hmm.
realized the importance of tracking things, like tracking your meal intake, tracking how much cardio you're doing, how intense the cardio you're doing. Like, whereas I
Hmm.
mean, you can say, oh yeah, I went for a 2 mile walk today, but then
Hmm.
did you take 3 hours to walk that 2 miles, or did you
Hmm.
take or did you take 20 minutes to do that 2 miles?
Hmm. Yeah.
So the intensity of your cardio also matters, and those are the kind of things you have to track to see how your body reacts to everything basically. Because yes, I mean one person can walk 2 miles and burn, let's say, 500 calories, but another person can go and run 2 miles and burn 1,000 calories based on the intensity
Hmm.
they're doing. So
Hmm.
I just kind of learned the importance of tracking everything, especially when you're on prep. Like every little detail matters. From tracking your activity, tracking your food intake, like down to the T. Because
Hmm.
where I thought I was eating a certain amount of calories, when I actually started tracking it, I was like, oh shit, yes, I'm eating a certain amount of calories, but I'm not getting enough protein, or I'm not getting enough carbohydrates to,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm
Yeah.
probably feeling like I'm weak in the gym, or like I'm feeling tired after I work out because I don't have the energy from the carbohydrates. So like the main thing I took away was just the importance of structure, like tracking your meals. And
Hmm.
another thing I really appreciated was the app. Tracking your workouts was something that
Hmm.
I did, but not so strict. Like I would say, okay, I was like, okay, I think I hit 315 for 10 last week. Let me
Hmm.
try and hit 325 for 10 this week. But with the app, you can actually see, once you go and put in the numbers, you can see like, hey, this was what you did last week, or this was your max ever on that weight. And then when you finish the workout on that particular day, it will tell you like, hey, you hit a new max today, or you hit new max volume, or you hit new max weight. And you can kind of see where your strength progresses over time from the app itself. So that's one thing I really appreciated about, like, just getting into the habit of tracking everything
Hmm.
and seeing how your body progresses, seeing how your workout progresses, seeing how things are changing week over week, month to month. So yeah, that's one of the main takeaways I got. from this whole experience.
All right, yeah. And in the entire journey that we had together, you started, let me just open up
About
here.
230, 238 or 240, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. You started 240, around 240, and I'm gonna open up the last
And
accountability sheet that we set.
showed it was 203, I believe.
Yeah,
Not sure if
yeah.
I put
Yeah,
that
showed it
in, but
was
showed it was
pretty low.
about
So like
203. Yeah.
in total you dropped almost like
37.
37 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 37 pounds. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts.
Another thing I had to say, like it wasn't easy because I mean, as you know, like I was a lot of things happened to me throughout prep, like whether it's my wife got COVID and I couldn't go to the gym, then I had the whole hemorrhoid situation. Again, couldn't go to the gym, couldn't work out, couldn't do anything. I was basically home, sitting down. And then for the latter part, when I got the infection, again, couldn't go
Yeah.
to the gym, do anything.
Yeah.
Like
So yeah, you had all these hurdles and obstacles and you were still able to make it happen. Yeah.
a part of me was thinking, well, what if I didn't have those hurdles? You know, like how different would my physique have looked if
Mhm.
everything was all smooth sailing? You know,
Yeah.
that's one of
And
the things I
it
always
doesn't,
wondered.
yeah, and it doesn't need to be, right? Because you still made the progress despite all of it. You still made like your transformation was ridiculous. Um, but yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Like if those hurdles weren't the case, then you probably look a million times better. And you still looked amazing despite that. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So where are you now? And what is your way forward now that you've, completed the program and just kind of taking it from there? Like how is everything you've learned going to benefit you moving forward? And like what types of things are you gonna move forward with?
Like I said, the main thing I remember, the main takeaways I got from it was just the importance of tracking everything, tracking your meal intake
Hmm.
and tracking your workout, whether it's the workout intensity or the actual weight that you're moving,
Hmm.
and doing that consistently. Because once you do that consistently, you can then make slight changes to say, okay, hey, I think I'm not doing enough cardio, so let me just bump a little more cardio to burn a bit more calories instead of having to reduce your food intake when food is starting to get a bit low, you know.
Hmm.
So like the main takeaway for me was just realizing the importance of tracking everything, whether it's the workouts, cardio, or the food intake. That's one of the main takeaways. Where I'm going from now, like I said, I think I did tell you I'm going to take a bit of a break because um I like to make promises for myself, and I promise myself I'll have another certification in IT by the end of the year. So
Hmm.
I'm going to take a little step back from the gym. I'm going to quit completely, but I'm probably just going to cut it down to 3 days a week and take the
Which is
other
fine. Yeah.
3 or 4 days to do some studying to get that certification within, like by November, December. I want to have, like before the year out, I want to have that certification. So yeah, I'm just going to take a step back from the gym a little bit. And the plan is actually, I did speak to the judges after the show. I mean, mind you, the judges were full of shit, by the way.
They
Like really, really full of shit. Like
yeah,
none
that
of them.
second place
I don't
guy.
know.
I don't know what was up with that second place.
I don't know. None of them. I don't know if they have any experience judging or they have experience looking at bodybuilding. Maybe they just in the gym themselves, or maybe there was a local favorite, so they gave the local
Yeah.
guy the thing. But I don't know what the fuck they were looking at. But I mean, I know how I looked, and I was proud of myself with how I looked.
Hmm.
So um I said I do plan. Well, I'm not planning, but I'm thinking about doing the nationals in Antigua
Hmm.
next year. I already spoke to Kimberly. She told me the show is going to be in August, I believe,
Hmm.
tentatively.
Hmm.
And this show in St. Kitts is still going to be around the same time in September. So it'll
Hmm.
be good to. It's a good time to just have to knock out two shows. Like if we can do one show in August, one show in September, just like a double peak type of thing. I'll peak and then relax a bit and then peak a little bit more. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I have some month of. I think I'll probably after I get my certification, I'll really go back in the gym hard and see what I can make those improvements, like in my upper chest and my back, and get my abs a little bit more
Defined.
profound to me, yeah, defined to me. So, like the next time I do a show like this, it'll be undeniable. They can't say, oh, well, we'll give you third because this guy had this on you. So yeah, I just want to be undeniable for the next time if I do go into a show again.
Hmm. All right, cool. That sounds great. I have no doubt that you're probably gonna go out there and crush it again. Because, I mean, like I said, like you said, and I do agree. You did have a decent amount of challenges throughout the entire prep process, and you still were able to show up, 37 pounds down and still crushing it. Still pulling a third place spot, which is not too shabby. So, yeah.
It's 3 out of 4, so it's not that great, but it's
Yeah,
still something, you know.
yeah, it's still something. It's still something. All right, man. Well, that would be it. That's all the questions I got for you. Is there anything you might want to tell anybody who might be considering joining the program and wanting to get get some get similar results as you? What would you tell them?
Well, what I'll tell them, like, if they've never been on a structured program before, like, know it's the time to start. Like, once you get under something that's very structured, where you're tracking your everything from your workouts to your meals to your cardio, you may do it yourself and think you're doing it properly, but then it's always good to have like I want to say like a teacher or a headmaster. It's always good to have someone there that's saying, "Hey, do this, do that," because you have a little bit more motivation.
Yeah,
And from what I do tell my clients as well, if you when you spend your money, you're more motivated to use the money that you spend. So
yeah,
nobody wants to just pay somebody for like a training program or for training and then they don't use it, because I mean, to me that's going to be a waste. So
yeah.
just when you actually pay somebody for a service, you're more inclined to get the most out of that service.
Yeah, yeah. All right, for sure. I agree with you. And another thing that I like to tell people is like the more money you spend on yourself when it's like health or education and all that, the more valuable you become as an individual because that's an investment in you. So spend,
Definitely.
yeah. All right,
So like
man.
when people see my grocery bill is coming to like 400 and something, like, oh, why is the grocery bill so high? I'm like, cause I buy a lot of meat. I need the
Yeah,
protein. So
yeah,
like
yeah. Protein is key. Yeah,
I have to, like, when people see me eating like a whole chicken breast in one meal, they're like, why are you eating so much meat? I was like, why are you eating so much carbs? You'll have rice, you'll have macaroni pie, you'll have potato salad all in one meal. Why are you eating so many carbs and not enough protein? Why are you not eating enough vegetables, you know?
yeah,
So like yeah, those are the kind of things that actual structured program would let you see that you're not doing, you know?
yeah, yeah. 100%. All right, man. That'll be it. We're gonna wrap it up here.